Congratulations for making it to civil services.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would you introduce us about yourself and your education background?
Myself, Jatin Lahoriya. I come from Jawaharlal MP. I did my graduation in mechanical engineering from Jawaharlal Engineering College. Thereafter, I started preparing for civil services, and in the meantime, I went to JNU for post graduation in international relations. Thereafter, I did some work in some think tanks as well as some private institutions, educational institutions. I was also associated with some NGOs, and then presently I got into state civil services. I am presently working as assistant director in education department of Madhya Pradesh government.
How was the interview and what type of questions were being asked by the board?
The interview was fine. The board was Honorable Suman Sharma ma'am. Most of the questions were more on the factualnesses, and they also tried to grill me on the military aspects because I am from NCC. So they were trying to push me hard to take a stand on hard power, but I tried to manage on that. And there were also situational questions, like they made me the education minister, and they asked me what will you do becoming an education minister. So those type of questions were there, and some were from the static parts.
So when you face questions which are like British questions or situation-based questions, how do you tackle those questions in that simulated condition?
See, first is your preparation, like you have been preparing all that. Secondly comes about the vision, which vision from you have come from. If you have a positive mindset, and if you feel that the whole concept in your mind you have, and whatever questions come, if you do justice with the demands of the question, having a positive approach, that helps make you steer through it. Because most of the times they will try to put stress on you, like no, this is not possible, or they don't feel like aligning with your interest. But if you tell them it will be in the larger interest of the civil services or the Indian government or anything else, they'll find it good.
Since you have worked across many policy institutes and think tanks, where have you worked and why did you work in those policy think tanks?
See, I was associated with Naujawan Ekta Sangathan. It's an NGO as well as a think tank. So I was there as a chief strategist, and they also asked me questions from that. Secondly, I was with only IAS as well as Vision IAS. I was there as a research associate before, and then I got into the state education services.
Just working in the policy institutes help you to inculcate some of the values, you learn things from those places?
I think that they bring in the research aptitude in yourself, and connecting that research aptitude with the ground realities, because we used to travel and we used to understand what rural India is. So that helped me endure with this civil services journey. So that was very important, to link your research aptitudeness with the ground reality and then produce content in that direction. So that was good experience.
What was your mode of preparation for this exam?
See, mostly it was an online mode of preparation, because nowadays the sources are available freely or online. So I relied mostly on them, and YouTube is also there, so it provides good free lectures.
Since the examination comprises of 3 stages, preliminary, mains and personality test, how did you approach the prelims, especially the CSAT and maths section? There's a lot of phobia in the aspirants regarding maths and comprehension.
See, in my previous attempts, I've given 2 UPSC interviews. This was the second one. But in the last 3 attempts, I wasn't able to clear the prelims. The major issue for me was the CSAT part, because in the previous attempt 2023, I got 20 marks more than the average, than the general cutoff. But in the CSAT, I was left behind with 6 or 7 marks. The issue comes in the selection of questions which you take in the exam. For example, the CSAT questions, some questions are that require more time and more energy. So one should be wise enough to skip those questions and should pick the easier ones. So that helps in you skim through the exam. And regarding general studies, see, it is more about practice. Like the more you practice, the more you'll reap in the examination hall. In the previous attempts, I didn't practice this that much, but in the succeeding attempts, I used to solve more than 60 test series and used to cover the horizontal aspects of the news and the topics. So that, and thirdly, about the previous year questions. Those previous year questions used to help me understand what is the kind of paper, what will be the kind of paper coming. So that helped me skim through the exam.
मेंस के लिए आपका अप्रोच कैसा था?
See, mains, see, it's all about practice, and even mains, like you have to write for 3 hours in a continuous sitting. For that, again, you have to have good set of notes, because you should prepare your own notes, and that notes help you to reproduce them in the actual exam. And for that you practice using good test series, and those series in those test series you should be giving them in time tested manner, so that you are able to reproduce in the final exam. So the tests and the short notes, that are very important for that.
Given the competitive nature of this exam, how do you stay physically and emotionally fit?
See, regarding physical fitness, I have a hobby of playing badminton. So it is very important that you should take out at least 1 hour of your time for your own physical fitness, be it in any sport or in any, like you should just do simple jogging or walking. Secondly, mental fit comes from physical fitness itself. If you are physically fit, you will be good. And secondly, your understanding about the exam. See, it is not a break or make exam. It takes a process. So your understanding should be that it is not the end. Exam takes a process, and you should respect that process. And those stages test your mental and physical, all your endurance, and you adapt in that direction. So I will say that the exam itself prepares you, provided you are more focused, more consistent, and have patience in yourself.